Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to another Black Library review, part 33, Soul Warden by Miles A. Drake. So this one is about Lotan, Warden of the Soul Ledger. And before we dive into this, if this is your first Idoneth Deepkin short story, here is a link to my Idoneth lore videos in which I have the terminology for all their words in the description box down below. You will need those. Mr. Drake uses so many of the Idoneth specific words that in some points you will be lost if you don't know them. So yeah, first of all, Lotan, the greatest bookkeeper in the mortal realms, because he is on a quest, and his quest is visit every Idoneth enclave, note everything down on how they use the souls from their raids on the shores, and which race's souls are the best for the Idoneth to use. And in this story he visits Immerlok. This enclave builds their homes basically like tree houses, but they're suspended on certain roots who are deep enough for the Idoneth to build stuff in it. The whole story is set in Shaiish and is set 2 years after the Ghost of Kafta, another story from Miles A. Drake. So as soon as he arrives in Immerlok, he knows something is up, because this story has everything. It has mystery, subterfuge, stealth, death by quill. And because he's being brought in by a Leviathan, as soon as they enter the enclave, the Namatai just vanish basically. They are so skittish, they're afraid, and he does not know why. Because Lotan is a friend of the Namatai, and that is why I like him so much. Immerlok does not have a High King or any one person to rule over them. So there are many Isharans in command of the whole enclave. They take votes, I guess. And so he's there telling them, ah yes, I'm here to take notes of your ledgers and to see how we can further our race as Idoneth. And the local Soul Warden does not like that, because they asked Volturnus 2 years ago for aid, and that aid did not come, and Lotan is not there to aid them, he's just there to take notes and then go away again. Even though he is of Ironrack blood, he tells them that he has no obligations to Volturnus. So whatever they think that he is a spy or something like that, that's not true. Whatever he finds is his secrets as well. And yeah, but they still do not believe him. So they send him to his quarters, to his guest chamber basically. On the way, he has a little talk with his Namatai escort. So the mystery deepens as the Namatai tells him about more and more Namatai are missing. They just vanish whenever they're being brought into the Corelleum, so their depository for souls, in which whenever they raid shores, they bring their souls there, and the Namatai can be revitalized for another couple of years. Many of the Namatai do not come out there. They just vanish, and no one knows why, because the revitalization process is almost perfect. Mishaps are very, very rare, but in Immerlok the number of mishaps is too great to be a mishap. So here comes one of the greatest parts of this short story. I will butcher his name right now. Mnemechtli, I guess. His octopus or his octa. And even though Mnemechtli cannot speak, they do have their own way to communicate, and Mnemechtli just changes color, texture, and of course he has 8 tentacles to show things. He's super intelligent. He has a near perfect memory, so he sends him out to find a way to the Corelleum because Lotan wants to know where it is so he can sneak in and take notes for himself and then leave. So Mnemechtli just comes back, takes his quill and draws a map of the whole route and the whole Corelleum for him. And on their way, they discover that they were being watched, but someone is helping them by killing the scry fishes. So scry fishes are basically remote controlled cameras. And yeah, so they have a invisible benefactor. So everything after that point is really in suspense, and it is great to see this in a short story. It's about 50 pages long, and it is really, really enjoyable. So I really do recommend it because the more you learn, the more mystery is built up, and this is pretty amazing. The betrayal and the disillusion of one of the antagonists is so well written. And I criticized this in the earlier Elves Week short stories and said that there is no need for repercussions for the greater story because many short stories are there to be enjoyed as a singular story, but this one has probably repercussions for the coming stories, because at the end Lotan learns something what the whole mystery in this short story is and what has happened, why it has happened, and who really is at fault. There is a book at the end, and there are many notes in it. And he steals this book to learn from it. And this is pretty significant. I really, really do hope that Black Library will use this in future Idoneth Deepkin content. So from my scale, from burn it to devour it, I say devour it if you are an Idoneth fan, and read it if you are interested in something that maybe furthers the plot of Age of Sigmar. All in all, I give this an 8 out of 10 tentacles on an octopus. So it was a very enjoyable read. Of course, it had its flaws. However, this does not change that I do recommend this short story. With the flaws being, of course, that you have to know the terminology of the Idoneth. So what are your thoughts about this short story? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff because hitting buttons is fun. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.